We got through the week, everybody. What's going on? Where are you at in the world? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Just kind of say, hey, send me a hello and wherever you're from. Tell me if it's sunny, if it's raining, if it's snowing. I don't know. We've experienced all kinds of weather this week with everyone that we celebrated so far. But we are on day 5. Day 5. Can we say day 5? Day 5 of 25 days of who? Of her. This is Women's History Month. We just celebrated International Women's Day, but I had a dear friend of mine that said, you know what, we celebrate women every day. And I'm like, you're right, we do. We celebrate women every single day. And so today is no different than any other day, except today I'm going to introduce you to a beautiful soul. Oh my gosh, like I can't wait for you to meet her. I can't wait for her to just shine her light on you, because when I tell you she's radiant, as I'm looking at her backstage, like, who are you talking about? Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah. She's like, who, me? And I'm like, yeah, you. So without further ado, I want to welcome and bring to this virtual stage, none other than our celebrator, whatever word I'm trying to use on there for today, Miss Wendy.
Hello.
Hi, gorgeous. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Oh, man, I can't complain. It's Friday. I have tons to smile about. I woke up just smiling. It's like, you know what else? I have a choice, and my choice is to smile, because there's a lot to smile about. There's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to be happy about, because I woke up.
Exactly.
Because I woke up. So, oh my gosh. So I'm so glad you were able to jump on with us today so we can just kind of get to know all about you. So what I normally do, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but we're on day 5. We got, can you believe this? Day 5.
I love it.
I know. And we got 20 more days to go. 20 more women to just like feature.
So many amazing women. So many.
Beyond amazing women. Now,
the strength and courage that they all have had, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And it really, I think it brings so much light to so many people out there of what someone can go through, overcome, and touch the lives and hearts of so many other people, and get to that, or have them realize their own strengths and how they can persevere and move on with their own lives and just excel at whatever they choose to do.
And that's literally what it is. It's like you excel in whatever you choose to do. That's why I said, there's a lot to smile about.
Yeah.
Because even when things don't go right, they actually go right. They go in the direction that they're supposed to go. So, I mean, we're here to, I'm trying to cheat for a second. So you have a film, called Eating Me Up, but we're going to get to that in a second. We're going to get to that in a second. In the meantime, thank you guys. Send your hearts and your likes and your shares. Let's share this out for the world. Hey, we got one of our, I love this series. That's Consuela. She was there. And she actually had an amazing presentation she did for a women's conference. It was a women mega kind of like explosive thing. It was insane. So she, go back to day 1 and she can tell you all about it. And I think you could probably still get the replay. And it's been pretty dope. That's my word, dope.
So exciting.
So exciting. So here, let's give her a little shout out. Consuela.
Beautiful girl.
I know, coming to us all the time. It's probably snow. I think when we talked with her, she said it was snowing. So we're going to leave snow over there. So we're going to leave it over there in the Midwest. She can have that. So tell everybody who you are and just what you do, and like all about you. Like, let people know how amazing you are.
Well, thank you, Carolyn. So I am Wendy Harris, and my story goes back to really, and I think so many women probably get to this point in their life where you don't feel like you measure up and you're always trying to compare yourself to someone else. And I got really wrapped up in that, really trying to, be perfect, look perfect, just, just wanting to be everything that maybe social media always throws out there. That's why sometimes I feel like when I, get on social media and can, really connect with people, it's the people I connect with are the ones that are really showing their heart and soul out there and not just how perfect their life is. Because sometimes you get so wrapped up in, I don't know, displaying that perfect image that people really think that that's how they need to live. And it really isn't, because life isn't perfect. So I got wrapped up into that whole perfect image. And then I started getting into this whole whirlwind of how I needed to be thinner and be prettier and be this and be that, and got totally wrapped up in a whole eating disorder. And it basically almost took my life. And when I realized that, when I really sat there one day, basically over the toilet, just after like purging all the food that I had just eaten, and I just lay there and like, this is not a way to live. I could barely stand up. I could barely keep going. And I crawled myself out of there and really just said, this is it. I'm done. I'm going to live my life for me, and walked myself out of that eating disorder. And really, I am just out there to touch the hearts and lives of all those who are struggling with eating disorders, because it is one of the hardest things that anyone can actually walk yourself out of. So many people get lost in that. And there's one person every 62 seconds dies of an eating disorder. One person every 62 seconds. That is huge. And I just want to get out there and just tell these people that you don't need to look or act or be a certain way to be loved, to be appreciated, to be you. And that's just really like what I am out to do. I do have a movie coming out called Eating Me Up, and it is all just right about that. It's based on the actress who is Wendy and her counselor, and they work together, and they go through the whole process of her story. And it's absolutely like touching and beautiful, and I just can't wait until it gets out. And I'm very excited about it. So I'll definitely be keeping everyone posted on the date of when it will be coming out, and looking forward to it.
Wow. So yeah, I have to put that, since you said her story. It was like, oh yeah, her story. How about that? Got to put that up there. But yeah, Eating Me Up, like, that's a powerful title. So what? That you can take that in so many different ways.
So many different ways.
So many different ways. So what prompted you to name it that, Eating Me Up?
We kind of all collaborated with it, because Eating Me Up has so many different meanings. It's literally, when you go through an eating disorder, your mind just plays so many tricks on you. You get these, I always call it the white noise, but these voices in your head that tells you, that, the longer you can go without food, the stronger you are, the things that you could do. And it literally, those voices eat you up. They literally just consume every waking minute of your day. Also, Eating Me Up is just the times that you would just like go and binge on food and then purge it up, and just that, like, your whole body's just being destroyed by it, and there was just so many different ways that you could take that, and we're like, that's it, that's going to be the name.
Yeah, because it's like it's eating you up, physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely mentally. And it's spiritually, and it's chipping away at your soul. It's chipping away at your essence. It's chipping away of who you are.
It really does. It changes you. It really changes you. And as you grow through that, and you start becoming you, when you find who you are again, and you start living true to that, you realize that there's a much bigger and better and more beautiful world than there ever was. And then you just start staying so true to yourself that it doesn't matter, what anyone else thinks, because you're living your own best life. You're
Right.
staying true to God. You're staying true to yourself. God put us all here on this world, on this earth, made us all different, made us all unique, because that's the way He wanted it. He didn't want us all to like be like the next person next to us. That would have been, how boring would that life be? He wants us all to be our own selves.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Exactly.
good, our
'Cause
bad,
Lord knows there can't be two of me out there.
right. Although, can you imagine what would happen to this world if there was?
Oh gosh.
Imagine how great this world would be.
I would probably drive myself crazy. Like, what are you doing now? The Father has spoken to me and I have to do it. But oh my gosh, like I am definitely I can't wait. We have like look, Consuela's like, wow, can't wait to see this movie. Like exactly. Like I'm seeing just that, just the premise behind it and the title and everything. Like I'm seeing, award winning, because it's definitely, it has a profound message. You know what I mean? So it's like eating me up. Like what's eating me up? Like, there's a lot of things eating you up. And it will just allow you to dig deeper
Right.
into the causes of this. And for you to, let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. So what period of your life did you go through that?
I literally have just recently, in the past 2, 3 years, have been free from this eating disorder, and I was in it for about a good 15 years.
Yeah.
So, and I did have dips in it when I was younger and in my teenage years. It is something that really, but when like I said, the freedom you get when you realize that you can live true to yourself, it's a freedom of no other. And there is a scene in the movie Eating Me Up where the psychiatrist is talking to Wendy, and it's a really just like, it's so profound when he like will start asking her some questions, and she's really trying to like, why am I doing this? He's really digging in deep for her, and you just see that whole transformation. And I feel it's so powerful, because I feel so many people, whether it's an eating disorder, whether it's whatever you are going through, there are those moments in your life that you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I either hurting myself? Why am I, and how can I change to make my life that much better? So yes, that's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. But
Wow. And I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of favorite scenes.
yes. So
I look, the whole movie, for at least I know that's how I feel with mine. It's like everything. I love
yeah,
everything about it.
yeah.
But wow, and I just really wanted to point that out, because I wanted people to understand that when we think of an eating disorder, that we think of, okay, that's my teenage child, my teenager is going through that. But for you to say that, just within the past few years, so as an adult, so
Mhm.
there's adults that still battle with it, right?
Mhm.
And it's an internal battle and it's a struggle. But to, like you said, to have that freedom
Mhm.
of knowing, that you are enough, knowing that you are amazing just as you are, right? And your size doesn't determine your worth.
It really doesn't. I had a client who was 60 years old, who had dealt with an eating disorder for almost her entire life. She didn't think that she could ever get out of it, because the voices were so strong in her head. And she was 60, and we, walked the path, and she's still walking the path. Because it is something you have to walk through.
Yeah.
It's not just like, a lot of people say, well, just eat or just do this, and it's not that simple. It is not that simple. It's kind of like on the opposite of losing weight. It's just don't eat. You're like, it's not that simple. Food's so really good.
It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Well, this is definitely, and this is why, you're part of her story, right? because it's important to get these messages out. It's important to get these stories out. And we're just everyday women, right? Doing extraordinary things just
Mhm.
like you. And there's a message, there's a meaning behind the message. And so that's one of the questions that I always ask, but you already answered that. Just because I need people to understand, like when people come up with things, it's just not pulling a rabbit out of a hat, right? You didn't just come up with this name just because. There's purpose behind it. There's a meaning behind it. And so what else in addition to that, because you're more than just about to have this movie, you do some other amazing things for women and for the community. Like what else is coming, what else do you have coming up next? Like what's next for Wendy?
Gosh, so much.
Do tell, I don't
I
have my tea, but go ahead, do tell. We want to know.
what I would, my next project that I'm working on is doing some retreats. And they would be, of course, in destinations and bringing women together who have struggled to like overcome. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be an eating disorder. It's really just overcoming situations in life and just restarting your life again and putting these retreats together all over the world. And of course, now that some of the borders are starting to open up, we can like get out there and travel a little bit more and pull a lot of these women together and realize that they have a community to be safe in for a weekend or an extended weekend, and kind of go through processes together with like-minded women that are struggling in their lives. And like I said, it could be all different kinds of things. It's really about them overcoming um, life situations and circumstances. So that is a definite project that I am definitely working on. And of course, my love just to coach women in general, of helping them create a better mindset, healthy eating habits, learning to love themselves and love their bodies, and just reaffirming to them that no matter where they are in their life, no matter how old they are, no matter what, I mean, you could be down to the lowest of the depths of, depression and just where life has literally just like kicked you down so much. You really can overcome that and just rise above and just excel. And really having women understand that. And that's something I truly want to focus on my retreats. So, and I've got somebody coming in a couple of my retreats. I have someone coming in from the Netherlands that is a mindset coach from there. And I'm super excited to bring her abroad with me on some of these retreats. So I got a couple little surprises in there for these retreats. But yes, so that is my next thing that I'm working on, as well as a book
Awesome. Oh my gosh.
to go along with the movie. So yeah, so there's a couple of little things I have going up my sleeves.
Ooh, do you also have coaching, like coaching programs,
I do,
people to work
yes.
with you?
Yes, I do offer coaching programs, and I start my coaching programs with a 6-month program, just because going through, eating disorders, going through body image issues, going through weight loss, it really isn't like a, 1 week thing. It's something that you have to focus on and work on week after week after week to understand your body, to understand like, okay, why did I take this route? Why did I do this? Why did I eat here? Why did I restrict myself here? You know, it's really, and once you start getting in that mindset, those weekly mindset, those weekly coaching tips that can really help you. By the end of that 6 months, you're like, okay, here I am. And then you can see the progress. You could see, where you've overcome. And then we just take it from there. Then I just customize it after that 6-month session to your needs. And because everyone's different, somebody can be like struggling a little bit more and need more time after that 6 months. And somebody can be like, okay, I'm done. I'm good. But I do like to, like I said, after those 6 months, customize it and just take it like per person. So
Wow.
absolutely.
Awesome. Awesome. That we need more people like you in the world.
We need more people like you, Carolyn. I love you.
Yeah. Hey, but like I said, once again, I don't know if we can handle that. But listen. So on a lighter note, what's a very interesting, fun fact about you?
Fun fact about me. Let me think. Okay, well, I have
Yeah.
5 daughters. And I recently, like I said, overcoming thing. My husband recently passed away, so we had to sell our family home, and I actually did something for myself. Again, it's kind of always going back to that. I moved somewhere warm. I'm now with palm trees and beaches instead of snow and cold. And literally like loving life, just really you go through so many tragedies in your life. And this past year was a really tough year, but definitely realizing how strong you are. So that's my best fun fact is, just my girls are my heart and soul. I've got 2 grandkids and, just truly just living the best life.
Wow. Did you guys feel that? Did you just see how she lit up? Like, that's what it's all about. When you find something that sets your soul on fire and it just lights you up, and it's that smile. Remember, I talked about that smile, just having that smile, like there's plenty to smile about. We can always find something to frown about, but why?
Right.
Why? Like, just find something to smile about. Be happy. Be happy. I could use some palm trees and be.
Yep.
That's what Consuela said.
I love
That's what I could use some palm trees. Yeah, she's in the middle of snow right now. I told you she's in snow. And Sheena, she's actually gave us some hearts. She said good morning. She's in some snow too in upstate New York. So you brought us some palm trees, very good. Some palm trees and beaches and sunshine, and so that's good. Florida was kind of overcasty yesterday, so I don't know what happened with that one. But, hoping that we, can, retrieve when we, for our next spotlight for tomorrow.
It was 83 and sunny today, so.
Oh, see, now she's rubbing it in, y'all. But give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I love it. 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 So, man, like, listen, I am just so proud of you. I'm just so proud of just, we've known each other for quite some time, from different platforms of being part of with Darius, and she's actually did the forward for our book. Yay, number one, but well, not number one, but it was a bestseller. But it made the bestsellers list, and yet there's more. So it still could possibly get to number one. So we're going to, maybe that's why I spoke it. Okay. Cause it's still going to get to number one. So
it's number one. What are you talking about?
It is number one. Cause we are number one. That's what we are. That's what we are. But I want people to be able to reach you. How can they reach you?
Facebook and Instagram. And it's just Wendy Lynn Harris. And also Wendy Zaremba Harris. I got 2 on both platforms, or email me, of course, anytime at wendyharris@comcast.net.
Okay. All right, you guys, you heard it. You can follow her. You can like, share this. If you got something out of this word, matter of fact, if you know someone that say, you know what, I think you really need to hear this, tag somebody in it. Send them the link. Go to YouTube, send them the YouTube link, or go to Facebook and get the link from Facebook. But probably YouTube might work better. But either way, you can tag them in Facebook or you can send them a YouTube link, because these ladies are really giving some powerful nuggets of, it's more than just her story. And that's what this celebrating, 25 days of her really is. It's, yes, they're part of this amazing anthology that you can get if you go to, here's the little shameless plug, if you go to Her Story, Healed, Empowered, Resilient, which is basically about being healed, empowered, and resilient. Man, this is our time. This is our year. It's the year of her. This is the year of her. And this is Women's History Month. And I wanted to bring, 25 days each day to really showcase these amazing, dynamic, outstanding, beautiful souls. So that way you get to know more of them outside of her story. So that way you can see what they're doing and how they are impacting the world in such a bold and mightful and powerful way. So, man, and if you can latch on to something that they're doing, or maybe they resonate with you, it's like, wait, I need to work with her. I want to go on that retreat. Oh, wait a minute. I want to go. So,
I'll be
okay, look, I'm raising my hand. If you want to go on the retreat, raise your hand and say, I want to go. But yeah, Wendy, listen, this is always, 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 always a pleasure to have you on anything, because you've been a power hour speaker, you've been a celebrating you women's conference speaker, now you're in the Her Story anthology, and listen, there's we got put together for a reason. I'm just so grateful to everybody that I'm connected to in some way, shape, or form. But I want you to close us out with a word of wisdom. What can you give the ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching this now on the replay, that something that they can stick with today to, that to touch their soul and hopefully make them smile?
Always, always, always stay true to yourself. Love yourself beyond all measures and trust in God and just walk in his faith and in his sight, because you know what? He honestly, he's amazing. He'll never let you down. And the more trust and faith that you have in him, you can just live the most amazing life, free to be who you want to be.
There you go. You heard it, you guys. Be free to who you want to be. Just be free. Just be free.
Absolutely.
That's the message for today. Just be free. Well, Wendy, I thank you. I'm going to put you back to. We're going to go jump over to Instagram for our little after conversation for like a little quickie. But in the meantime, thank you. Just hold tight.
Of course.
Hold tight, and close this out. All
Sounds
right, you guys. Listen. I don't know about you, but this is like fuel for my soul. I'm just trying to tell you, when I really get to just celebrate the amazingness of all of these women. Everybody has a story. Nobody is storyless. Everybody has an assignment. Everybody is here for a purpose, to leave a legacy, to leave an imprint, to leave a message for somebody. Because when we were born, we didn't come with a manual, right? Our parents didn't have a manual, and we sure enough didn't have a manual, but we evolved, and we evolved based upon our circumstances. And some of them were great, and some of them weren't that great. But it's the resiliency of these women that I want you to meet. And I wanted you to meet them in such a way that when you go through something, when you have a moment, you be like, you can attach a face to it and know that if she did, I can. If she did, I can. And therefore, I will. So I want to leave you with that today. Listen, it's Friday. It's Fearless Friday. Yes, it's my Fearless, Fabulous Friday. Listen, I can't wait. I'm about to go. We're going to close this out. We're going to jump over to Instagram for our little after party real quick. And then I'm going to go catch up and have lunch with a friend. So listen, have an amazing day on purpose. And I want you to do one of three things, the things I always tell you. Oh, make sure you go and get Her Story. That's what I'm going to tell you. Just go. Where's my thing? Right here. Here's the book right here. Get Her Story. Coming to a city near you. So go there so that way you can't. Here's over here. So go there so you can get on the list so you can find out exactly where we're going to pop up, because we're going to come. We're coming. This is the year of her. But once again, I want you to do one of three things. I want you to be empowered. I want you to be inspired. And most importantly, come on, by this point, you guys should know what I need you to do at this point. But I'm going to remind you. Going to have to remind you. Just be magnified. Enjoy your day, everybody. Take care.